Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, face smeared with dirt and blood as we prepare to go full-on Jack Meridew in our shuffle mode play of The Long Dark. That's right, we're on a quest to kill the pig and drink its blood, because with the addition of bows, arrows, and bow hunting to the game, what choice do we have? Millennium-old primal instincts are rushing to the fore, and our bloodlust is rising faster than a hurricane storm surge. And though, honestly, we'd probably be better off to try and keep our thirst for blood in check for just a little while longer, you know, sort of the same way that Rogers and Cohen kept Mel Gibson's crazy under wraps for the better part of decades, it may not be in the cards for us. I mean, after all, Rogers and Cohen had frequent doses of lithium and numerous cattle prod-equipped handlers to keep Mel in check, and we've got none of that. It's pretty likely that the second we encounter even one component that can be used to make a bow, our resolve is going to crumble like a saltine into a cup of soup, and a raging out-of-control need to hunt and kill will take its place. So before that happens, and we smear our faces with mud and paint, I think we should probably try and scavenge as much warm clothing as possible, just so that we at least have a chance of surviving long enough to finish the bow once we find a chunk of it. And our needs do have some. Let's go ahead and get those taken care of. It's morning time, so of course we're hungry. I don't know why I'm putting accelerant in my inventory. I really don't need to do that. Actually looking for some food. Gonna drink some water. Oh, actually, there's nothing in this fridge. It's empty. Never mind. I'm just carrying water. Alright, well, let's drink some water. That taken care of. And we gotta do something about breakfast, because I believe we're pretty low on calories as well. Let's take a look at our condition monitor here. We got 936. It's not shameful in the calorie department, but it's also not really very good. We should get probably a little something in us. Cold cup of coffee. You know what? Yeah, let's do a can of sardines, and then we'll drink that cold cup of coffee, I think. So, a little bit of a Clash-style breakfast for us, another cold cup of coffee. That'll help fight off our fatigue, give us a couple hundred calories as well, and allow us to get back to our scavenging. So, fridge is empty. I want to make sure we didn't really leave anything in this place. I believe we have full-on scavenged it out, and we did put a little cache of supplies in this cabinet. But I don't want to leave behind much of anything at all. I am going to leave all of the components to build a fire. So, of course, I immediately just close the cabinet. Actually, I'm going to start taking these items back. We're going to break down anything we can break down. I'm not leaving books. And I'm going to leave basic fire starting components in case for some reason we ever need to come back here and sleep. I'm taking that fire log, however. And then the rest of this extraneous clothing, we will leave one newsprint. And one newsprint roll is fine. The rest of this stuff is all coming back into our inventory. We're going to start breaking stuff down. I'm also going to leave water here as well. One, because it's really heavy. Two, because water is not really that difficult to come by. And having a cache of water, not one of the worst ideas ever. Do we take... You know, I think no. Really all we're looking to do is get back to our base camp. Or the main encampment where we were last time. We're going to set up a nice little homestead for us there. We are encumbered, but not desperately so, so we should be able to make it to a first building, and that'll be the first one we search and where we set up sort of our initial base of operations. What's the weather like? Not that bad in here. What's it like outside? Outside, of course, being the important thing, because if it's a blizzard, we might stay inside until maybe it blows over a little. It's actually not too bad. It's only -3 out. It's not bad at all. So we're definitely going to head for the main campsite, which is just up the road from where we're at. Assuming I can find the road, that is. Where is the road? It'd be up this direction, I believe. Another reishi mushroom. We're taking this. You come with me, Mr. Mushroom. You're going to go into a delicious, delicious rabbit stew. You heard me. A rabbit stew. I will catch a rabbit, or, to slake my bloodlust, I may catch a rabbit with my own teeth and gnaw it to death. That's the way we roll. This highway sort of ends in tragedy, although, you know what? In the new build, now that I think about it, that highway formerly led to a dead end and tragedy. That may no longer be the case, actually. That highway may not lead to nothing any longer. There may be something to be found. Am I going the right way? Is that the Misanthrope's house, or is that Jackrabbit Island? That's the Misanthrope's house, so we are going the right way. Okay. Yep, because there's the triple cabins right there. All right, excellent. So we're just going to hop it down the road. We are keeping an eye out for hungry puppies, of course.
Thank goodness. Made it through another night.
A new day is dawning. All right, well, celebrations all around. We have survived 24 hours. Hooray! We managed to not die in a single day since the apocalypse. Honestly, I think we're probably doing better than I would fare in a... far better, rather, than I would fare in an actual apocalypse. Pretty sure in the event of an actual apocalypse, I'd be killed in the first few hours. Though, I'm kind of the David Mitchell philosophy when it comes to what would you want to happen to you in an apocalypse, wherein David Mitchell, of course, uttered the famous line, "I would hope to be killed," because it's going to be, what, arguably another 2,000 years before someone comes along and there's a need for people to pitch panel shows again. I feel much the same way as David. In the event of apocalypse, just let me be one of the nameless casualties at the beginning. That's really fine. I don't want to have to survive an apocalypse. That sounds like a really shitty gig. Just kill me. Let the zombies eat me. Whatever, the super virus. Just let me get sick and die. I'm all aboard with that. I don't want to have to live in a post-apocalyptic society. I don't want to be one of the last members of the stand. I don't need any of that. Ooh, a deer. A doe. A deer. A female deer. Except that's clearly a buck. Now, what I'm doing here, I dropped into crouch mode. I want to test and see how close this little stalker mode thing we've got will allow us to get a deer. Or get to a deer, rather. It looks like pretty goddamn close, actually. Yeah, if we had a bow, you're dead, deer. Actually, if I had a hatchet, I think I might be able to spring at you and just fucking jab you in the neck with it. You're lucky I don't have a weapon. If I had a knife, I'd have thrown it at you. You better run, deer. I'm coming for you. I've talked about the bloodlust, and I was not kidding. The bloodlust is real, deer. I'll fucking grab you, wrestle you to the ground, break off one of your own antlers, and stab you to death with it. I'm the only guy who ever took off my skate and tried to stab someone with it. That happened in hockey. I'm the only guy who ever did that. Good lord, the deer are everywhere. Alright, so let's scout out. So there are 2 buildings over there on the side of that island that we scavenged last time. This cabin was where we set up our main headquarters, because I remember that doghouse. I do indeed. So this is where we're going to set up again. Back home in the coastal house, feeling good, except that all the shit we had before is gone, but now I can make a bow. I really, really want to make a bow and arrow, and I really, really want to shoot it at some mean dogs. I really do. Alright, so let's start restocking our supplies. We probably don't need all of our antibiotics. Let's keep a few. Let's put 10 in the cupboard. And this is going to be a permanent stash for us, so we can... bandages, I think we'll keep all of those. Painkillers, we'll put 2 in. The water for purification tablets, we don't need those. Again, I'm very, very concerned about falling into the lake and just having those dissolve and then become worthless. Any clothing we're not wearing is going in here. We'll start breaking this clothing down for salvage so that we can repair some of our other stuff a little later. Right now, I don't really want to start repairing a lot of stuff for fear that we may just find better stuff. For instance, our shoes are terrible. We have terrible shoes. We do have a pair of boots, but they're in pretty terrible condition. So much so that they're actually worse than the shitty shoes we're wearing. We have a pair of cotton socks, and we have a bunch, we have like all these wool socks, but they're again in terrible shape. Food, what do we want to do about food? Don't need a cup of herbal tea. Condensed milk can stay. Actually, let's just get rid of all this food. We'll keep the candy bar because we can eat that on the go. Dog food, peanut butter, peaches, pork and beans, crackers, soda, all this stuff can stay, actually. Our fucking giant cans of coffee, we have more coffee. We should just start like a central perk here. We basically have enough coffee to run an episode of Friends. Matches, all of those. We're putting all of our best condition matches in here, and we'll keep 1 box of wooden matches. Well, you know what? The cardboard matches we don't really need. Let's get those in there too. Is this lantern fuel? Well, apart from being a delicious beverage in these parts, lantern fuel we actually don't need because we don't have a lantern at the moment. I'm keeping that can opener. We only have 1 flare, which kind of sucks. Especially since we may be coming across the mean puppy soon, so we're going to keep that flare handy in our inventory. And let's scavenge this dump of anything that it has useful. Looks like there's not really... Now we'll get a can of condensed milk. So I was going to say, it looks like there's not really a whole lot of useful stuff here. Another fire log, sweet. Use print roll. Alright, so the first cabinet we searched in here was kind of a bust, but the rest of the place is looking pretty okay so far. Alright, so let's, while we're over here, let's just get our fire making supplies back in. I'm keeping 1 fir wood and 1 cedar wood. Crow feathers are a crafting material, so let's not put them in this cabinet. We'll put our 2 fire logs in here. Put in 4 of our newspapers. I always want to have the components to try and start a fire at least 2 times on... I want to keep that on me at all times. So I want to have at least enough stuff to try and start 2 fires. Or try and start a fire twice. To build a fire and then to try and, start it at least twice if I fail. Or newsprint. Alright, let's search the kitchen then, see what we can find in the food department. I am getting a little peckish, and we don't really have an abundance of food that isn't canned. I'd like to try and avoid eating canned food if possible, because it lasts forever. And if we ever get into an emergency situation, we want to have the canned food as backup.
I'll take it.
More wooden matches. We want that canned food backing us up like the Supremes backed up Diana Ross. Which is to say, got largely ignored because Diana Ross was fucking awesome and the Supremes were a backup group. That's how we want our canned food to feel about us. We want them to feel that we're the Diana Ross and they're just, the background harmony. Ooh, another can opener. That's right, folks. We have found not one but two specimens of the ever-elusive can opener, and we're rolling high on the hog. Canned food will be ours for the foreseeable future. This is a powerful, powerful stimulant for the primitive savage, and though he does currently lack bow hunting weapons, it's only a matter of time before his cleverness allows him to construct them, and he lays waste to the nearby countryside and the animals therein. Clearly an apex predator at the top of his game.
I think I can use this.
By stealing, rotten meat and some soda. Did we already search all this? No? Okay. Oh, we did search this. Never mind. So like, why is it going into the you've already searched this mode? Because we already searched it. That's why I'm just an idiot. What's in here? Some basic gloves. We have yet to find a decent pair of socks. I would like a good pair of wool socks here, folks. Or maybe a really nice warm coat. Something in the clothing department. Our clothing is terrible. We got much, much luckier on apparel. There's some wool socks. They might be okay. But we got a really pretty terrible luck on our apparel this time. We did much better. Last time we had a really warm navy pea coat. A great pair of shoes, solid scarf, solid hat. We were looking good. I mean, well, we weren't looking good. Oh, okay. Do I really want to make my permanent abode in a house with a dead guy in it? I mean, this introduces a very unhealthy disease vector at the least. Now I'm thinking we may have to move. Thanks for stinking up the joint, Rick. I know you probably drank fucking lantern fuel and that's how you died. I mean, you didn't have any on you, but I guarantee there's some in here somewhere. Orange soda, another book, some wool socks. Thanks for taking your socks off before we died, at least. I appreciate the fact that you didn't make me pull them off of your dead, rotting feet. Let's check out this drawer. Gonna get some delicious toilet water here. Bam, we're taking it all. Because I'm addicted to Tidy Bowl Blue. I can't help it. At this point, the juice of Safu-like stains around my lips are getting really, really unpleasant. I'm looking like Piter de Vries, except with less furious eyebrows. Thing in a shower? Nope, not a damn thing. Alright. Well, we already robbed the toilet. We searched. Okay, so this house is empty. We'll keep our stuff in here for the time being because we already started it, and I don't really want to have to haul it all out and haul it someplace else. Although, oh, did we check this cabinet? I'm really uncomfortable being in a house with a dead guy. I don't like it. You know what? No, I don't like it. I'm not doing it. I'm not staying in a house with a dead guy. Sorry. Sorry, dead guy. I don't mean to insult you. I don't, don't say I'm prejudiced or bigoted just because you're dead. I mean, I don't want you to feel that way, sir. Please don't think less of me. It's just, it's my problem, really. It's my issue. It's nothing wrong with you. You didn't do anything wrong except die. But other than the dying thing, which arguably may not have been your fault, this is all on me, sir. All on me. It's my own issue, my own uncomfortableness. I should be a better man. I'm just not. Now let's get the fuck out of here before that guy rises up as a zombie and tries to chew my neck open at night while I'm asleep. Not to say that all corpses rise from the dead. I'm not trying to stereotype corpses as some kind of lurking, waiting disaster that's just, biding its time until it can spring and strike and sink its teeth into my delicious tender neck. Not trying to say that. Not all corpses. I don't want to see a trending hashtag for that. Let's just say I'm being abundantly cautious, sir. So the deer apparently look. That's a wolf. I heard a wolf. Give me a flare. We're badly encumbered. I can't run. I hear growling. Where's that wolf? Go eat the damn deer that just ran by and leave me alone. I'm an apex predator, dear. You don't want any part of me, dog. Light the flare. Go away, wolf. You don't want any part of me. I'm an apex predator. I'm big and scary and mean. Go away. Okay. Go away. Get in this car. I'm going to be stuck in this car and trapped here by a wolf. This is going to suck. Yep, he's got me trapped in a car. Go away, dog. Look, oh fuck, there's a bear over there. Holy shit, this is going to end in tragedy. Hey, bear, do me a favor. Come over here and kill this fucking wolf. He's delicious and meaty and doggish. You should definitely kill the wolf for me. I hate this town. I hate everything about it. I was so much happier before I decided to move. I honestly don't know what we're going to do here. It's cold, for one thing. It's not desperately cold. But it's not like we can build a fire in the backseat of this car. There's a starving wolf waiting outside and a bear wandering around like 10 feet away. There's actually a whole fucking pack of wolves, because there's another one. Although it appears to be running away from the bear. There's really nothing we can do here. Oh, can we take it? Can we sleep in a car? I guess we can. Alright, well, let's just take a little nap here and see if maybe the dog is going to wander off. From the sound of things, no, he's a very patient animal. Did he just stop growling or did he go away? Also, where the fuck is that bear? I'm pretty sure I still hear him panting. This is a stupid idea. Yep. He's on the other side of the car. So there's no escape. We're pretty much pinned down between bear and dog. I have a feeling that this car is our new home. So welcome to our new home. It looks like a Dodge Dart. It's a pretty nice model, I guess. Well maintained by the owners. Yeah, it'll come in handy. You know what would else come in handy? If we could just open a can of dog food, throw it out the window, and distract that dog long enough that we could make a break for that house. That would also come in handy. Where'd that dog go? Where did you go, wolf? I wish I could look. I can't see. We're like 10 feet from safety. I don't hear the dog anymore. We're making a break for it. Run as fast as you can, which is not fast at all. Oh, thank Christ. All right, so we made it to a house. We're at least no longer trapped in a car. And we have a can of cold peaches, so everything is better. Not good, but it is better. Wow, that's a really awesome lighting effect. I really like the look of that. We're in a house. The house contains a fireplace. We found a sewing kit, which means we can effect some repairs on our shoddy attire. We're starting to look like a fucking rampant hobo here. Just because it's apocalypse doesn't mean one can't be fashionable. I mean, please. Another flare, which is good, because given the proclivity for very large, very angry canine predators in the area, I think we're probably going to need all the damn fire-starting materials we can get. We also found some firewood in the house, which is good. So let's decide where we want to cache our supplies. Well, first off, let's check for corpses. Because I'm not caching supplies in another house that's laden with potential zombie predators. Alright, looks like we're free in the zombie department. So this is our new house, then. Still a little upset with that guy who died in the other place. Just saying. Very discourteous of you. Got me trapped in a car by a wolf.
Be prepared for anything.
Found some antibiotics. Alright, so this cabinet's empty. Let's load it up. This is where we're keeping stuff now. We got a lot of accelerant. So antibiotics. We will keep... let's stash 15 then. We'll keep 4. Antiseptic is fine. Don't really need that. Bandages. We'll keep 2. We're getting real hungry. We found a pair of base... Okay, you know what? Let's take a look at our clothing situation here. If we've found any improved clothing... Nope. What about these gloves? No. All worse. Is anything that we have found better than anything we had? We're already wearing our best pair of socks. Man, we are not doing well in the clothing department. Please tell me those socks are warmer than the ones we have on. They absolutely are not. Wow. All right, so we're getting jacked in the clothing department. We're a ragged mess. Damn, girl, you got to invest in some better threads, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all a hot mess. All right, so we're looking like a hot mess, but we will have time to fix some of our hot messness, I have to assume, in the immediate future, since it seems like we're going to be pinned in our house by wolves a lot, and also a fucking bear. Don't forget there was a bear out there, because there was a fucking bear out there. I have no idea how the hell we're going to deal with a bear. Preferably with some explosives, but I haven't come across any explosives, so... Not necessarily going to enjoy a great deal of success in that department. Really wish I could just open a can of dog food and throw it out and be like, hey, Wolf, go eat the dog food and leave the delicious person the hell alone. I have 25 cups of coffee. That's a lot of coffee. The raw venison, I'm actually going to store for now. This cabinet is full. I didn't even know that could happen. All right, well, you know what? Actually, we should be sorting our food in the refrigerator anyway. So let's reclaim our food. I'm so distracted by the dogs now. I don't know. I'm all verklempt. I'm all beside myself. Everything's discombobulated. We'll take back all the food. We'll put that stuff in the fridge once we've searched it. We also still need to finish ransacking this house too, which we have not yet done. Again, because the mean dogs have distracted me. I'm feeling real bad. Maybe this is, actually the last time we had animals unlocked and we were here, maybe this is just a terrible spot to be. Maybe this is like where the predators frequent because there's abundant salvage available. Maybe this is a bad place to live. Then again, if there are predators that are abundant later in the game, once we can actually defend ourselves, I mean, I'll eat a dog, I'll eat a bear, I don't care. Maybe if we can just like walk outside and shoot one of those animals, this is actually the right place to live. We also need calories, I believe. We're very starving. Yeah, we're real hungry. See what we can find that maybe will just be readily available. And cold peaches. We may have to eat some peaches. I don't understand what the benefit of eating peaches hot would be. Is that the way one customarily eats peaches? I would assume it probably fights your cold stat. That'd be my guess, but are hot peaches a thing? Do people do that? I've never seen anyone heat up a can of peaches and eat them. If you're making like a peach cobbler or something, I can understand hot peaches, but just eating a can of hot peaches, it's kind of weird. Candy bar. What are you? Nothing. All right. Tomato soup. Yeah. If you're Andy Warhol, it's really useful. If you're us, it's just a fucking can of soup. Cold pork and beans will go down nicely. Search this cabinet. More pork and beans. A lot of pork and beans. So, Weezer is happy because those guys love pork and beans. More pork and beans, more tomato soup. This place is pretty much gold mine of canned goods, and of course the inevitable lantern fuel we know they were using to spike their cocktails. And hey, a simple toolkit. Quite useful. This house has been really good to us. Thus far, yeah, looking pretty solid. We still have all our crafting stuff, don't we? Yeah, we do. Probably got more lantern fuel than I necessarily need. Basic wool hat. Anything else over here? Nope. Searched all this. Look under the couch. Coffee table. Nothing else to be had here. Let's check the bedroom. Cabinet. Alright. Over here, pair of cotton socks. We have a lot of cotton socks. Not a single decent pair of wool socks. Can we even search this? No. Radio, of course, does not work. We do have our new bed. I hope it's a comfort rest. Really love the comfort rest.
I can use this.
Hopefully I can use it. I'd like to find a good toque. This is also the land of Canada. I feel that we should have come across a top quality toque by now. This is the toque's native habitat. We can't get a good quality toque in Canada. Where the hell are we supposed to get one? More basic gloves. I can't not. I'm addicted. I can't help myself. I really can't. It's sad. It's a sad state of affairs. This is what the apocalypse has reduced me to. Drinking toilet water and taking old newspaper out of bathtubs. Did we search these? Yes, we did. Alright, so we've looted this place 12 ways from Sunday then. Let's stash our goods. Water purification tablets. Again, don't want to fall into a body of water while wearing those. Let's check our clothing, see if we got any upgrades. I'm guessing no. Oh, no, those gloves are worse than our mittens. That wool hat is better. We have, all our toques are terrible. All of them are terrible. Alright, so clothing still remains a problem. I'm getting very, very disappointed in the clothiers in Canada here. I would expect haberdashers of a higher quality, folks. I demand high quality haberdashery in my apocalypse. I don't know about you. What are you, a water bottle? Yeah. Alright, that's it. Let's go outside and see if there's a dog that's going to immediately gnaw on our tender flesh. We'll be ready to flee back indoors at a moment's notice. Or perhaps a bear that might also be eager to gnaw on our tender flesh. Dogs, bears, wolf right over there. We can probably sprint to that house, though, I think. We're going to make a break for it. He's reached the 5, the 10, the 20, touchdown! I'm no James Brown, but I can outrun a dog and steal a candy bar. That's my candy bar. Oh, that would be a fantastic commercial. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Would you dash across an open field filled with dangerous and hungry predators for a Klondike bar? Remember, it's the apocalypse, and this may very well be the last Klondike bar on the planet. What if we gave you a road flare? Would you do it then? And then it's just the rest of the commercial is a guy getting torn apart by wolves. That'd be a great commercial for a Klondike bar. Be like, there's still one out there, folks. This candidate didn't make it to the Klondike bar. Can you do better? Here's your road flare. Nothing in the microwave. The only thing we've ever found in a microwave is coffee and tea. More dog food. Again, I would like to be able to throw that at wolves. And the sardines is useful. Nothing. Lot of looting going. And we still haven't fully looted this place. I do want to try and get to that sort of gas station or business enterprise that was across the street. Last time we found like a lantern and a pry bar and a bunch of really quality stuff in there. And in the oven. Over here. Anything? Cans of food, maybe? Nope. Pantry is pretty empty. It's cabinet. Nothing. Alright, let's search the bedroom then. A heavy wool sweater. Finally, we found something that's in decent condition that will warm us up. There. Insulated boots. Hell yes. Waterproof outer felt liner designed for cold weather. Hot damn. Now we know where the fashionista lived. This clearly is the fashion police's house right here. We're raiding the fashion police station. More insulated boots. Fantastic. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Our feet are going to be so... And a premium winter coat. Holy shit. This guy must have been an outdoorsman of the highest caliber. He's got all the warm clothing. And some Stacy's grape soda in handy reach of the bedstead. I know I always keep a can of soda right beside my bed, because there's nothing that you want to wake up to in the middle of the night more than some delicious grape soda. Fully searched. Yep. Alright, let's check the bathroom. Painkillers and Stacy's grape soda, folks. The dynamic combination. Don't knock it till you've tried it. I always keep expecting to find a road flare in a sink, because we one time found a road flare in a sink, and now I just assume that every sink is a container for road flares. Little newsprint next to the toilet. Anything in a shower? Soap? Is that? I can't even tell what that is. No, that's the handle. Alright, so nothing in there. This place has been completely looted then. Alright. Well, let's check our clothing and then back outside to face the bitter winter and the deadly wolves. Are you warmer? That heavy wool sweater is warmer. We're going to wear that. These boots, dramatically warmer. We're going to wear those. What about this toque? It is still shittier than the basic wool cap we have. What about a premium winter coat? It is also crappier than what we are currently wearing. I think a coat is like the one good item we had, right? Yeah, we have an almost full condition basic winter coat. We can improve on that if we repair the premium winter coat, of course. Right now, though, keep an eye out for dogs. Come on, don't be wolves. No wolves. No wolves. No wolves. Hey, Wolfie, Wolfie, not a wolf. You're not a biter. Not a biter. We are starving. We've got to find some food. I see no wolves. Is that the fucking bear? Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a bear. So clearly we're sharing space with wolves and bears, because there's a wolf. He's coming right for us. We're going to try and make a break for it. Oh, okay. We're sleeping in the Quonset Hut gas station tonight. I am not fighting wolves and bears another goddamn night. I'm just not doing it.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
We should have enough food in here, and we can start a fire in that trash barrel if we have to. Any dead people in here? What are you? A book. Radio still doesn't work. Of course it doesn't. We got a workbench. We found a sewing kit. What are you? Another sewing kit. Good. We can maybe spend the day in here and just repair some of our clothing then. Which I have to assume as soon as we repair it, we'll step outside. It'll get torn apart by wolves and bears because there's an endless supply of wolves and bears. Candy bar. Like some cans of dog food. So it's going to be a dog food supper. I have a feeling we're going to be eating dog food for dinner. Plenty of soda, though. Oh, we can search this. Nope, we can't search that. Never mind. Another flare. Good. That's at least one more dog we can fail to ward off. I have to say, the road flare versus wolf thing has not been surprisingly successful for us. Both times we've written a road flare to try and scare away a wolf, it's just kept coming towards us. Maybe it slows them down a bit, but it sure as hell doesn't stop them.
Best be prepared for anything.
Lantern fuel, another cold can of peaches. God, come on, there's got to be something better than this. Or you. Condensed milk, excellent. Condensed milk may be our supper. It's got a ton of calories in it. Thing behind the counter? What's in the register? Cardboard mashes. And a candy bar. The most valuable treasure secured inside the register was a candy bar. Are you edible still? Nope, that can is empty. Right. A lot of deceptively empty cans here. What are you? A down vest. That might be useful. If only because we're a bedroll. We got a spare bedroll. Nothing in the sink. Gonna be some water in the toilet? Yeah, we're taking it. And of course, the obligatory reading material. I gotta answer this question though, seriously. Let's say you're in a busted down roadside gas station, and I gotta say, this place doesn't really look like the cleanest gas station I've ever been in, and I've been in some pretty nasty gas station bathrooms. Well, you know, if you were going into this gas station bathroom, let's say you gotta drop a deuce, because, you know, emergency situation, you don't necessarily want to drop a deuce there, but you got no choice. It's deuce time, and there's no way around it. You go in, cop a squat, you're doing your business, you spot the old, filthy, disgusting newspaper that's there on the floor next to the toilet in the filthy gas station bathroom. Do you pick it up and read it? Who does that?
Okay.
Who picks it up? Seriously, I really want to know. Who is picking that up? Who? What kind of lunatic is going to touch that to pick it up and read it? I gotta think no one. I gotta assume. I have unsafe water. All right. Empty drawer. Got a workbench. Let's start searching these cabinets. This guy really wants to light this flare. Cured leather. I have to assume that's going to be useful for repairing something. We might use that to repair a pair of shoes. Scrap metal. Also handy. We can use that to repair a tool, assuming we find one, but we haven't found a pry bar or a hatchet yet. Some cloth. So it's mostly crafting supplies that we've been locating in here. Speaking of which, I don't suppose there's any tools lying around, are there? Doesn't look like it. Search that. Radio over here. We have 2 workbenches. Man, these guys must have been double timing it. Let's drink some of our water. We're real encumbered. We're starving to death, and we're thirsty as hell. So let's try and lighten our load. We're way encumbered. We'll drink as much water as we need. And then let's begin noshing through some of our least useful foods. We're going to eat that tin of sardines. It's going to get us 300 calories. We're really in kind of a heavy calorie deficit. Let's eat a couple candy bars. We just really want enough to tide us over. We do have some... Did we bring that venison? We should have some uncooked venison that we can... Or some raw venison we can cook on a fire, right? Nope, we left that behind. Shit. We may have to eat some condensed milk to get us through the night then, unless we can make it back to our house. But we've got so much stuff, I don't really want to try and make a run for it.
Handy.
Is that a pry bar on the floor? Yes, we found a pry bar. Excellent. Awesome. That's really handy. It's in these drawers. Nothing. Also nothing. No, it's just a work. First aid kit. Sewing kit. You could use that to suture wounds, and an energy bar. And that energy bar is going right in my belly. Energy bar. Eat me. Oh, it's in terrible shape anyway. Good. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that. And I may have to wind up eating cold dog food for supper. Nothing better than dog food. Well, cold dog food, of course. You know, it's like pizza. The dog food is much better the next day after you've not reheated it. Cold dog food. Fucking delicious.
Probably useful.
More lantern fuel, so we'll never be out of anything to drink because we can barely fucking move. So we got a lot of really heavy stuff. How many hours of daylight do we have left? 6. We're going to spend some time in our inventory breaking stuff down. We've got to get rid of some of our encumbering issues here. And I think we should just start doing that. A premium winter coat seems better than a basic winter coat. This heavy wool sweater, we don't need, though. Let's harvest this. We're going to harvest it. So we're going to break down anything we can break down. This toque we don't need. We're going to harvest it. I'm keeping the premium winter coat, however, over the basic winter coat. It's got to be better. These shoes are shit. We're going to break them down. Let's harvest the shoes. And this has taken a not insignificant amount of time and also a not insignificant number of calories. 51% for... I think we'll hang on to those boots. I don't really want to break those down. What is this thing? A down vest. It is not particularly useful. So we're going to harvest that as well. It's 2 chunks of cloth. It's going to take a pretty goodly amount of time. Before we run out of daylight, we're going to finish this rest of this back room here. So let's continue our search. We're mobile again. We've harvested enough that we can move. A bullet. We found a bullet. One single solitary fucking bullet. Nothing there. Nothing there. This back room, as I recall, last time we searched this, was not really exactly a treasure trove of goodness. I am not going to try and run from house to house, by the way, this encumbered. I simply will not do it. We'll stash some stuff here and run it in stages if we have to. But I am not going to be this slow-moving while bears and dogs, or, you know, wolves. When I say dogs, wolves, puppies, I use all of those interchangeably. But I'm absolutely not going to be moving around this slow while there's fucking gigantic, starving, aggressive apex predators out there waiting to devour my delicious flesh. Please have a gun in this drawer. Could there be a rifle in here, like a hunting rifle? It would be extremely useful. It would make me quite happy. So, of course, there isn't one, but hey, we found our storm lantern. That's good.
I think I can use this.
Scrap metal. More painkillers. Maybe we'll just have painkillers for dinner and sleep the night away. More basic gloves. We might end up putting those gloves on if they're in good enough shape. Metal cabinet here. Let's check this out. More accelerant. We can use that to potentially start a fire. One of the big problems I foresee about living in this area, if there are going to be wolves and dogs around all the time, it is really very much going to limit our options when it comes to foraging for wood. I like to just walk right outside a safe spot and then forage for wood. Wow, glad we used the pry bar to pry open an empty locker. But I like to step right outside and forage for wood there. Fleece sweater, which will probably end up tearing apart. Alright, so that's this dump then completely searched. Yep. Alright, so do we stash stuff and try to... Now, you know what? I think we spend the night here. I think that's probably the wiser move. So let's try to start a fire here in our fire barrel. Cardboard matches is all we have. We do have wood matches. I don't want to use a book. Cedar firewood is fine. We won't use accelerant. Let's use... How much newsprint do we have? We have 7 newsprint rolls, 1 tinder plug. Let's use a newsprint roll, a cardboard match, and some cedar firewood and see if we can get lucky here. I've got enough newsprint rolls that I'm comfortable. If we have to try again for a failure, we'll be alright. We're going to try and heat this place up a little with the trash barrel fire. And in true hobo fashion, since we are eating over a trash fire, I think we should probably eat up our least... Well, our most damaged can of pork and beans. You know, the one that got thrown on the floor at the shopping cart, has the big dent in the side and the bulges that could indicate either, you know, somebody dropped it against the supermarket floor or that it's infested with E. coli bacteria and that eating it is going to kill us. Could go either way, but, you know. Let's add a fur. There we go. And let's see what we can do about heating up some food. We got 5 reishi mushrooms. Let's cook those down. We're going to have plenty of time. This is going to make tea, but it's antibiotic tea, and given the proclivity and the number of predators in the area, I have to assume it's only a matter of time before one of them bites us. We got a 45% can of peaches. Let's open the peaches and heat them up. We have an extra can opener, so let's do it. Can opener peaches. We're going to eat hot peaches. I said it sounded weird to me, but you know what? They say don't knock it until you try it, damn it. So I'm going to try the heated up peaches. I'm cooking the peaches. I'm going to give it a whirl. Anything else we want to heat up? I think no. We can come back to the snow and water. We got plenty of... We're good in the fire department. We got 2 hours of fire left. I'm going to try and be a little better about my fire discipline this time and just not waste fuel. So let's eat our can of hot peaches. Hot and opened. We're going to eat those. 450 calories. Let's eat this can of sardines. I think we'll have a soda. This Stacy's grape soda looks like it may be in danger of going flat, so we'll drink that. And then in the morning we can have, since we won't have a fire, we can eat candy bars and soda for breakfast. Fucking breakfast of champions right there. Before you have to outrun a hungry wolf, folks. You know, make sure. Get a nice solid breakfast of candy bars and grape soda. We're going to go to the water tab. And since I can't really do anything else with the fire, we got an hour and 52 minutes here. I'm just going to melt more water. Or rather, I'm going to melt snow. Melting water actually is, boiling it, and then that produces steam. Don't really melt water, but we're going to also boil then all the unpure water we have. That's right. Cleanse it with fire. Boil away your impurities. You, filthy sinner, burn away your filthiness. Become clean before the Almighty. My Southern Baptist tradition, I'm breaking through there, except that's a complete lie. I'm not a Baptist, nor particularly am I from the Deep South. It just seemed like an appropriate thing to say when I was being all fiery and brimstone-ish. Let's boil up some more water. We've boiled almost a gallon of water. That's pretty solid. Making best use of the fire that we can. I would have loved to have cooked some venison on this bad boy, but sadly, it was not to be. But I think we'll spend the rest of our time then breaking down. Are you a better pair of gloves? No, you're not better than the mittens we currently have. Our mittens are... Actually, these mittens are pretty warm. You know what? Let's tear down these. Let's harvest all these. I'm gonna harvest those basic gloves twice. When our fire goes out, we'll probably go to bed. Harvest you as well. Fire still burning. Gonna be down to embers very shortly, I have a feeling. Anything else? We can burn these socks. We're gonna harvest you as well. Yes, come to me, socks. Delicious, delicious socks. I will harvest you for your goodness. Not that I'm gonna eat socks, because that seems like it would be really fucking gross. I mean, not only are you eating cloth, but it's socks. They were on somebody's smelly, sweaty, disgusting old feet. You don't really want to put that in your mouth, I don't think. Can we repair these? We can. It takes 1 cloth and 1 cured leather. We would repair them almost to full. I think it's worth it. Let's give it a shot. Do we want to use the sewing kit? We have 3 sewing kits, so yeah, I guess we'll use a sewing kit. And we've got about 8 hours of darkness, so by the time we finished... Did it work? I think it worked. It did work. Woohoo! Alright, so we got a really good solid pair of boots there. And I think that's probably where we'll wrap things up. I don't really want to do anything else. We are getting a little bit tired. We do have our lantern. We could test that out. Let's give our lantern a go here. Light that bad boy. Oh, there we go. Just so we can look around. I want to just double check and make sure I didn't overlook something. Anything over here under the bed? And then we're probably... Aha! I'm glad I did this. What did we find? Oh, never mind. I was thinking it was a can of peaches. That actually might be the can of peaches we just ate. The hot peaches, by the way, hugely overrated. Gotta say, not a big fan. Not a big fan. My initial instinct was good with regard to the peaches. Quick look around, though, just to make sure we didn't overlook anything. Nope, we're good. Alright, so it's off to bed then. We're going to tootle off for the night. We'll shutter our lamp, take a nice 8 hours of rest, and once we're done finishing there, sleeping out, getting tired, we'll take a look at the morning light. Everything will be better. I'm sure there are bound to be fewer dogs, because shit, how could there not be fewer dogs? We've been nothing but beleaguered by deadly aggressive predators our entire run here. Yeah, see, this is the wolf that was chasing us outside. I'd no doubt walk anywhere. He has a very, very distinct stalker-like gait. I'd recognize him anywhere. Alright, so that's 1 day, 18 hours survived, and that's about as long as we survived before they pushed the patch. We are a little dehydrated. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more of the Long Dark playthrough, I know this has been exciting recovering old territory, but hopefully we'll be on to new and greater things in a very near future, including getting that bow we so desperately desired. But if you want to make sure and catch every episode, consider subscribing as well. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.